because still Drake, like you said, he might play the LA streets, but people can't say they get to him constantly. But I think he's very in tune still.
No, well, that's what I'm trying to say. Everything that Kendrick, like, for example,
okay, but tell me if we're talking about what? What are we doing? What are you talking about? Stay on topic, man.
Drake dropped a bunch of tracks. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If this is, again, I can tell you, I think Kendrick got the Infinity Stones. If this was dropped on DSPs, this song's going to top 5. In comparison to Drake songs that he's dropped on 100 gigs.
Bleep. That's all, folks. Like, goddamn, man. Bleep. That's all, folks. Come on, get it out, man. Shit. Fuck you doing, man? Bleep. Fuck. Come on, get the shit out, man.
That's all, folks.
So tell me if bleep Drake and bleep Kendrick Lamar bleep Mark bleep. Fuck we doing, man? Come on, stay on topic, bruh. Fucking just be talking just for no reason, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button for me, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. Akademiks, man. Come on, man. You can't be serious.
It's like people just because Kendrick keeps himself away, everything he does hits a million times harder. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the song is trash, though. You're telling me that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yo, Friday, that's what I'm saying.
A top 100 song?
No, yo. So we're saying the same thing. No, I do think this would chart in the top 5, and I think it's because Kendrick has mastered the art of staying away long enough that they miss him, that they can't anticipate him, and that no matter what he drops, they will eat it up, bruv. Yo. You know when I knew Kendrick dropped? I didn't even know Kendrick dropped it first. Bro, my Twitter lit up. Nigga, Drake has dropped like 10 tracks, nigga. Some of them I knew was coming. Some of them I didn't. The way my fucking Twitter and Instagram lit up, nigga, you would have thought like some rapper died. That's what usually, unfortunately, because you're not covering.
Would you say that's an issue of oversaturation?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would just say that because
no, that's the support that Kendrick has. Because see, that's what happens when you make people miss you, right? When you hear another Drake song, it's like, oh, him again. Oh, him again. Oh, Drake. All right. But when you're absent and you drop, and especially when you got this wave, it's called anticipation, the buildup. So when you drop, it's shocking. If Drake drops right now, we're like, oh, Drake just dropped a new song. Okay, let's listen to this bullshit. There's no anticipation. There's no hype. There's no nothing. But if Kendrick drops something, oh shit, it's about to be. Man. So it's good to let people miss you. It's good to let people want to see you, to anticipate instead of just always popping out and showing, hey, you're like, oh, that's Drake. Oh, we see him. Oh, we see him every day. Oh shit, they go get what the fuck? Kendrick Lamar here outside? This nigga at Starbucks? What the fuck? The hell they doing that? Right?
Here's the thing. Drake and Kendrick has dropped 5. This is the 5th track. 2 are on Instagram. 616 and this track are on Instagram. The other tracks, Euphoria, we got Euphoria, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us. And I guess if you want to say like that, even though that was a feature, those are the only music Kendrick has dropped in a couple of years. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the nigga kind of has everyone. Where he could drop, and it's kind of like, imagine, let me ask y'all a question. If Rihanna drops next week, how much do you think she sells?
300 at least.
600,000 first week.
That's probably like 600,000.
Yo, here's the thing. She could have her baby just clapping and fucking just like, you know what I mean, burping on there. That shit's gonna go. People don't even, it's what Kendrick is good at, I'll give him credit, is that he knows how to keep the people on a string. You don't think he's kept people on a string? He dropped a song 3 fucking months ago. And at every moment, by the way, newsflash, I'll show you right here for anybody who's Not Like Us is back at number 1 on the iTunes charts. It's back number 1 again. Every time you think this fucking song finna die.
Oh, boy, you hate that, huh? Boy, you hate that. Damn, boy, that song just shot right back up, huh? Damn, boy. That must be irritating, huh? Right when you think the momentum is going down, right when you think it's like, all right, you know, Not Like Us is chilling, cool, boom. He drops a song. Not only is everybody listening to that song, they want to re-listen to Not Like Us. So yeah, there's a strategy to that. Now all of a sudden, Not Like Us is number one again. Do you think that that's by coincidence?
It's bro, it's a
I'm
crazy
checking
show I've ever
Billboard right
seen.
now to see where it's at on Billboard.
No, well, you won't see. So it's 10. It's 10 this week. Next week is going to be top 5 again. It won't leave the top 10. He's look. Oh wait, hold on. Let me show you.
Remember when you said not to call stop calling this nigga the boogeyman? Like, can you walk that back a little bit?
I don't think he's the boogeyman. What I think he is that he's operating on a higher cerebral level, not only strategically when it comes to lyricism, strategy in a B4 war, but also on a level when you would think Drake would outbusiness him, right? Like Drake is Drake. You would think that Drake is like, think about this. You know how you kill the momentum of a Not Like Us? If Drake pulled the move somehow to have gotten, the Super Bowl look, to have, this is a YMCMB celebration, Wheezy, Drake, Nicki, that would be a sigh of relief for many OVO fans to be like, whoa, finally, we're gonna get the thought off of that one fucking moment. Every single time we think we finna move on, that song is back to the top focus of what's going on in the world.
That's what makes this even worse. That's what makes this even worse, because it keeps on going. It ain't stopping. The momentum is still going. 4 months later. Now y'all gotta deal with this until February. Y'all gotta. Where's the Super Bowl? Now, Not Like Us is about to last to February 2024. What is it? What is the Super Bowl? What is it? What day? February 11th. Now, Not Like Us is gonna last to February 2025. Now this song about to last another 6 months, nigga. Oh, this is beautiful. This is brilliant. Oh shit.
Not to throw you off, but do you think that's a reason why it was blocked? Because that's what I anticipated. The reason they didn't let Lil Wayne perform was because they knew it would turn into a YMCMB type of concert.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I would love for Kyrie, yourself, and even on Friday chime in on this. Man, the more this goes on, I am sitting back, and I haven't, to be very clear, because I know sometimes when I speak, people now just automatically think that I'm speaking for me and Drake. I don't speak for me and Drake unless I said Drake told me, right? But so this is just an independent thought. The more this goes on, I said, damn. I'm wondering if Drake, I mean, if I had that conversation, I won't tell you what he said, but bro, this is kind of like, this is all the niggas that Drake has fucked with. Jack Dorsey.
Yo, I'm gonna make this comparison, right?
The nigga that owned Reddit. Jay-Z.
A lot of the anime niggas don't understand. If y'all know who Griffith is from Berserker, that's who I think Drake is. And I think this is like one of those things where it's like, you kind of, like, why is Jack Dorsey dissing niggas? Like, that's a powerful nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I'm
gonna be honest with you. I started, I made my handful of calls, and I stopped making calls because I started hearing a few things, and no one would really say it because some of these people they're also, some of them, they're just uninvolved in the situation. But I kept saying, I said, why would all this stuff happen? And some people told me some surprising things. Basically, they were saying, hey, listen, Drake has been at the top for a while, and the Drake as an artist is a different Drake when it comes to dealing with other people who have needed him. They went as far to tell me most of it is not even necessarily Drake. Like, I heard stories. They were just like, yo, his people who do business for him will deal with you wicked. You know why? Yo, they're going to tell you, hey, fuck negotiation is going down like this. Hey, the boy wouldn't like if you don't agree to this. And that's one of those things where imagine having to work with a nigga, or imagine needing a nigga, but you start developing resentment because you feel like, oh, this shit ain't real friendship, or damn, this nigga hoeing me. The moment you feel like you don't need him no more, you're kicking his back in. And I don't know when the signal was for that, but clearly it was in the last year. From what I've heard, niggas was just like, yeah, I think we can say fuck him. And everybody got on board with it. You had a couple brave ones pop their head out first, and then the rest of them was like, oh, yeah, he ain't the same.
So you don't think that's a problem? I'm not understanding what he's doing. Huh?
It's a smear campaign. It's a smear campaign that's been going on, let's say, for the last 8 months, maybe even longer. from the time that Future dropped the song with Kendrick Lamar, even before that, they were already starting to paint a narrative about Drake not being as high on the charts anymore, everything like that. But when everything happened, I think what's happening right now with everybody's having this Kendrick Lamar love is not everybody who's championing Kendrick Lamar is actually a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Oh, hell.
They're more haters of Drake than they are a fan of Kendrick.
No,
That's true.
And I think also I think these guys been feeling this way. I feel like Drake authentically always wanted to show love. We know he's a hip hop connoisseur. Like bro said, he shows love to the up and coming rappers. I think though with Kendrick, because we know that Kendrick got the cosign from Drake, he took him on tour. I feel like what we know the industry is so fake that people just genuinely needed Drake all those years, and now it's like.
Wait, hold on. Just to backtrack, because y'all are saying quite a lot. So, to go back to your earlier point, I have a question for you that I would like for you to answer.
Yeah.
As far as, time going on and people feeling like they don't necessarily need Drake as much. So now they feel like they can, share their true feelings and the resentment that they harbored for so long or whatever. But
by the way,
I'll say, so this is what we listening to right here. Just a whole bunch of meat eaters right here. We got we got these other three motherfuckers. We just watching a Drake dick sucking contest. Who can fit most Drake dicks in their mouth? Like this is what. So I'm trying to put a picture to what we're listening to. Okay, so this is basically what we're listening to right here. Pause, no Diddy, right? But they just got meat all in their damn mouth. All right, this is what we're listening to. Fuck, man.
I want to ask you.
Wait, hold on one second. When a new voice comes on, it might just identify yourself because the people might not know. This is Akita, right?
Oh, yeah, this is Akita. What's up, Jack?
I'm only just saying that because when people are just hearing audio, they want to distinguish from saying what. Go ahead, though.
Got you. So my question to you that I want you to think on is just from Drake's perspective and knowing, the angle that he came in the game from, because he wasn't necessarily welcomed in the game just from the get, but he was overly talented, so people kind of just dealt with him. Do you think that at, a certain point, he also understood that the relationships that he was creating with the people in the industry were simply transactional, it benefited both parties, and that it wasn't truly genuine for real?
Look at that, just
I don't know if it was Akademiks or
they just
the other
gobbling
person
on
in the
it.
room.
Pause.
But, as far as him coming up and showing love, it can be viewed in...
This nigga on the phone taking 3 at a time. Pause. This is taking 3 at a time. Whoa, what is these niggas they need to chill. This nigga got 3 wieners in his hand, man. What the fuck? Yo, what the hell? This shit crazy. What the fuck?
Getting immunity.
Yeah,
Wrong video.
2 ways, right? It can be viewed in a way that, it is him genuinely showing love, which he might do that. He did that early on in his career, and it's been something that he's continually done throughout his career. But we cannot deny the fact that him latching on to bubbling artists or new waves is also in benefit to keeping him hot and keeping him in the public eye. You understand? So it's not, we can't be naive to think he's just doing it just for the love either. He stands to gain from doing
So
it.
let me answer that quick before Ak jumps in, right? With those local artists, it's a little bit different because you need somebody like me to let people know that. That's not something that's just known in the public. That's not something that people are talking about on their podcast unless they're talking about on my podcast. It's not a known thing that he's following all these local artists. So, and he's also following artists in a city that didn't show him love on his way up. A lot of people were hating on Drake in Toronto on his way up. So for him to still reach back and show love to a city that didn't show him love in the first place, that means a lot, in my opinion.
This is disgusting, man. Just ew. Come on, man. Just meat gobblers, man. That just shows you what type of person Drake is, because Drake is a great person. He reached back to the youth, and man, God, what? Come on, just meat gobblers, man. What? Y'all listening to this shit?
Yeah, no, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's such a difficult thing because it just can't be what we're thinking, right? Like, why has all of these people, for all of these things to happen? Let's actually analyze what's going on.
We are.
I think if we peel back the layers, and I think a lot of people on social media have even said, man, it's more likely that it's not Jay-Z hating on Wayne. It's Jay-Z trying to block Drake.
Or
trying to put Kendrick in a position that will further kick in the back of Drake. Because if we look at the Jay-Z and Wayne situation, apparently it helped him when Wayne owed like $14 million in taxes.
It's a little too much for me.
It appears that he didn't have a problem
much.
with maybe Wayne as much. They were seen 2 weeks before. Maybe the problem was more of, okay, that guy Drake. So then you get to think about, why do all the people with all the power, all the rappers with all the influence, why do all of them seem to be completely fine with trying to either make Drake look a certain way or trying to basically box him out the paint.
Well,
That goes back to what we just said earlier, though. Like they harbored this resentment for a long time, and I think now that they see a window of opening, they see a chink in the armor. They needed him all along, but they've been felt this way. It's just 2024, the door got open, and they felt that it was a chance to actually try to take him down officially.
By the way,
And he's Canadian. What the fuck is a Canadian running an American art form for 13 to 15 years? What the fuck? How we let this nigga come in the door and he still ain't left yet? Holy shit. If I'm Jay-Z, this nigga came through, he pushed me out the way and came in talking about he's the hottest rapper and all this type shit. And now he's still here? You know what I'm saying? Calm on.
I wouldn't necessarily.
When is the Super Bowl?
Me personally, I've never said, "Oh, he's from Canada. I'm not going to listen to his music." I can't speak for everybody, but I never thought about that. That's such a who the fuck cares? Like what? Why am I going to get offended by that? Like that means nothing to me. That people just say anything.
Halftime show figured out. Is that
And sorry, I say this to say also because not like us, they weren't only talking about Drake. They were talking about us too over here in Canada. Y'all ain't like us.
No,
So,
yeah, definitely.
Friday, why wouldn't he feel that way?
That was a confusing part about when I seen some places, or even whether it was DJ Scheme coming to Toronto and they were playing the song. Not Like Us wasn't just an indictment of rappers saying Drake isn't like them. They were saying niggas from Canada isn't like cultural hubs like LA. Like that's kind of what that's the bigger picture. So no, I agree with y'all with that.
But yo, when is the Super Bowl figured out? Like, was this figured out like a year ago?
It had to be a year in advance.
I mean, you would think that it's exactly.
So if it was a year ago, let me pose this theory. What if it was a year ago? Kendrick knew the whole time he had the Super Bowl coming up. Them niggas mentioned, oh, big the Super Bowl. That's when he started going crazy with, fuck it, let me go crazy on these niggas since it's not as big as the Super Bowl. I'm gonna show you niggas I'm about to do the Super Bowl. And what
it is great marketing.
I mean, hold on. Into that whole entire thing. Like, what if nobody else knew Kendrick was doing Super Bowl except him? And he was like, you niggas just gave me the craziest alley-oop.
Hey, hold on, wait. No. So if we're going by what happened last year, Usher reportedly had extended his residency. Matter of fact, I'll let him speak on it right now because he just talked about how he landed the Super Bowl, and he specifically said Jay-Z said to him like, "Hey, are you ready?" Here we go. I'll just play this. Listen.
That's right. The Super Bowl. I found out that I was going to be the Super Bowl halftime show by Jay-Z. He asked me, "Are you ready for the major moment?" I'm like, "What you talking about, bro?" He's like, "Are you ready for your Michael moment?" I was like, "The Super Bowl? Hell yeah!" What was really cool about this moment? I never get a chance to tell people this, right? So me and Jeremy Haynes, my stylist, we designed the entire collective of skating culture in this moment. I got a chance to offer something to the world. We lost Virgil, and being able to work with Off-White, it was me being able to have a little bit of him and his creation and his house with me. And we came up with an incredible moment that was really the crescendo of a lot of hard work in Las Vegas playing the Super Bowl. I literally had to like slither my body into it within less than 15 seconds. And I got on stage in time. Being able to skate in this outfit, being able to have comfortability and flexibility in the garment is majorly important. If you go back and you do a real forensics of all of the things that I did, there are tributes everywhere. I wanted to have the...
Okay, he's mostly talking about the performance. Anyway, he continues to speak in a longer segment where he literally says, you know, he extended his Vegas residency to force Jay-Z's hand in picking him, right? Basically, kind of wanted to make it seem like, yo, Jay, you don't got no other choice. Now, let's look at the timeline. Usher Vegas residency, right? I think so it looks like maybe he had a couple of months, but it don't seem like he was picked a year in advance, right? Because we all remember when Usher was winding up on everybody's girl. That wasn't that long ago. Before
I'm just saying, like, yo, just if it was he knew a year ago, that would make a lot of sense for how shit played out. Because
I think it came out of the moment. I think it came out of the moment he had. I don't think they need, because the season is what, about 4 or 5.
But does it matter though? If he knew a year ago or now, does it matter? Like, what's the point of him knowing before or after? It don't matter. Like, they just trying to reach for anything. What's the point if he knew a year ago or if he knew last month? What difference does that make?
A month, so that's more than enough. So I think it came from his moment, but I like the theory.
I agree. I don't think that.
I think it came from all of that.
Even then, right? That would still mean I don't think it was before the beef, for real.
Why?
Super Bowl takes time. The beef wasn't that long ago.
I think it was announced within the last 2-3 months. I think he was offered in the last 2-3 months. I don't think.
Why does it matter?
And then they probably say, "Hey, listen, we got a month to make the announcement. Then you have the remaining of time to come up with the performance, and we have to install it in a 23-minute window that is going to be portable and mobile within New Orleans." But I don't think he had this over a year. Again, it feels like they're going year by year, right? Yo, AJ,
Well,
what?
let me ask you quick though.
What up?
Maybe not over a year, but let's say 8 to 10 months, because they have to make sure that these guys don't have any tours planned. There's a lot of different moving parts when it comes to artists that big. So you want to make sure that everything is clear. Or clear your schedule, because we're picking you for the Super Bowl, or at least you're a prospect. So keep your schedule a little bit open. Don't book anything unless we give you the red light.
I don't care about this. All right, I don't care about the Super Bowl shit. Skip this shit.
The progeny of Kanye, he would have served to be the person who would have got Kanye out the way, or at least served to be his biggest competition for the new age wave. Like not Jake.
Yeah, but they coexisted for the longest time.
I don't care about this shit. I don't care about this.
Young boy realized with Dirk, by you engaging with this guy, you turned this guy up to make him more hotter than you. It's the same thing that 6ix9ine realized with Dirk. Remember when 6ix9ine used to talk to Lil Durk like you was shit? Yo, you going back and forth with him, that nigga ended up being hotter than you, right? So game 2 got nothing to do with let's rap battle again. It's like, all right, cool. What Drake is great at, and there's nobody else better, is let's get to these hit songs. So he's trying to drop his music. You do whatever you want to do over there, but we're not miracle, lyrical, spiritual battling no more. Because why? When you say I'm a pedophile and I'm not, the whole culture loves it. When I say some shit, it's just not. It's not a fair playing field. So fuck it. I'm not gonna keep engaging you in a battle, especially when you also call me.
But you know why that angle worked for Drake? Well, it worked for Kendrick and not Drake, because there was no follow up. There was no articles. There was no follow up. It's like, hey, Drake. Kendrick beat his girl. Hey, Dave Free is his baby daddy, his mama baby daddy. Like all of that was proven. But with Kendrick on the hand, when Kendrick said that and people started digging in like, oh shit, he do got some weird shit. It's the follow-up. There is no follow-up to anything Drake said. You can't just research and then all this stuff pops up. But a lot of stuff that Kendrick was saying about Drake, you can Google that real fast and be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, he was on the Monkey app. That's why he was wearing her shirt on. That's why he had that monkey shirt on Not Like Us. Oh shit, yeah, he do got some weird people in his camp. Yeah, his homeboy just got this. Yes, so you can Google the shit what Kendrick was talking about. That's why it hits different. Because you can see, oh, whoa, wait. Kendrick might be onto something. This nigga do got some weird people in his camp. A lot of people got a weird cases. Why is he around? Right? So that's why what Drake said really didn't land. Really didn't have nothing to back it up.
I'm just gonna drop my hits. You drop whatever music you drop, and let's see who rises to the top. Right?
My nigga, you got all of that from a quick from a basketball play, nigga. Holy
and
shit!
two things. Number one, how can you say that, right? If it's going to be about hits, but the same songs he's dropping and claiming game 2's on, he's still dropping subliminals at the guy he apparently doesn't want to go back into battle with, which doesn't make sense. And number 2, okay, if we want to make it about hits, right? He's dropped 100 gigs twice, and none of the songs that he put out in those packs have had any staying power, bro.
Circadian rhythm is a hit. I don't know.
That's the best record.
All the females is playing it.
Yes, Circadian rhythm is the best record. Okay, I'll answer that question quick, and then AJ can pop in, right? Number one, and by the way, I've issued those criticisms with Drake. I think Drake releasing these records in a time where no matter what, they're always looking at him to be the numbers guy. And these tracks, yes, they're charted, which by the way is still super impressive, but because they're not moving and operating like hits, the reason why he's not working the records, he's throwing out random records. No Face just debuted at like 60. The song was out for 11 days before it got on DSPs, right? There's zero radio behind it. Universal is doing no marketing with it. He's just like putting it up on a Finsta. Like these songs aren't gonna do good. Now, granted, obviously we're still gonna judge him for these songs because he's putting them out, but we're kind of looking at like, all right, I look at it like this is almost like a mixtape. Like he's trying to build up momentum to something, right? I'm not excusing it, right? Like obviously, and here's the thing about I watched this dude he was on YouTube and he was just like, yo, Drake songs are flopping. And I looked at it and the nigga literally said there's 8 hip hop songs on the whole Billboard 100 and Drake got like 4 of them. But Drake is the whole culture isn't charting. Drake charts all the time. So really, we're comparing Drake to Drake, which means, yo, Drake, you're flopping by your standards because you don't usually have songs outside the top 40. You usually have a top 10 song or a number 1. Okay, cool. Again, high standards, but heavy's the head that wears a crown. So if that's what we're judging him off, cool. I think he's trying to build up momentum to try to get away from the moment that everybody keeps talking about, the battle. I keep saying that we're in a hip-hop space that we're suffering from post-battle syndrome. Everything is still connected to the battle.
Patient zero.
Go ahead.
You're patient zero.
Stop.
Exactly. What pace? What is he talking about? We are pacing to what? How many paces do you need? everything you drop been a flop, 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 flop. How many flops did Drake drop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. This nigga dropped about 10 trash ass songs. What do you mean momentum? Momentum is when you're going forward. This nigga got backwards momentum. Or like, huh? What you mean momentum? Momentum? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
This was like the most boringest song this nigga ever dropped. Then you got old heads like Elliot Wilson talking about the culture jack and it. We not. Only thing I'm just disappointed about all this shit that Cole apologized because that nigga told the truth.
I think it's a good drop. I think it's the timing was perfect, the strategy or whatever, 9/11, but it's the wrong song. That's all.
I agree.
That shit boring.
To answer your
the song boring or what?
Yo, and by the way, let me jump in for one more second before I flip back to you guys. This is also the interesting thing when y'all are mentioning where Kendrick is talking about media. You know what's so funny? Okay, cool. All right, let's really talk about who are the media people that Kendrick is saying that these people are pushing, whatever the fuck he's saying. What he said, he says influencers are talking down. Bro, there's literally, I would probably say 2 people, right? And one is completely relevant, that are even supporting Drake these days. Me and Millie Mall. Nigga, we didn't even know this thing was alive before like 3 weeks ago, right?
Exactly. That's why you're in the bars. That's exactly why you're in the bars. Exactly. That's why he was talking about you in the song. And I don't know why you're trying to deny that. You just admitted you and Maul are the OV hoes. Y'all are the influencers that he's talking about.
Here's my point. His point would actually apply to the opposite people. Bro, everybody, including, like Elliot Wilson's like number 1, everybody who is now hyping up Kendrick and shitting on Drake are all people who Drake dumped like an ex-girlfriend or a one-night stand. Let's be honest. Joe Budden, Elliot Wilson, him and I don't even know if Charlamagne's like giving them credit these days. All of them have personal gripes that they're like, I used to be in your close friends. You took me out. That's what it is. So it's not like whatever he's talking about media, that could be more applied to Drake's situation.
Damn, I thought he was cool with Joe Budden. Damn, man, you just gonna shit on Joe Budden like that? Saying that Drake dumped Joe Budden like an ex? That's fucked up, Joe Budden. Wonder if Joe Budden heard this. DJ Akademiks disses Joe Budden. I think that's a title. Yeah. I think that do pretty good.